Have you ever wondered why there are so many different Christian churches? Like, why are there Lutherans, Baptists, Methodists, and Presbyterians, just to name a few? A huge part of the answer goes back over 500 years to a single event that shook Europe to its core, the Protestant Reformation. Imagine a world where one church, the Catholic Church, held immense power. It wasn't just a spiritual guide. It was a political and economic powerhouse. Kings and queens sought its approval, and its influence was felt in every corner of daily life. But by the early 1500s, some people were starting to feel that things had gone a bit off track. They saw corruption, wealth, and practices that didn't seem to align with the original teachings of Christianity. One of the most controversial practices was the selling of indulgences. Now, what's an indulgence? The idea was that by performing a good deed, or more commonly, by paying money to the church, you could reduce the amount of time you or a loved one spent in purgatory after death. The church was raising massive funds this way, partly to build magnificent structures like St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. To many, this looked a lot like the church was selling salvation, which felt deeply wrong. Enter our main character, a German monk and theology professor named Martin Luther. Luther was a devout man, but he was seriously troubled by the sale of indulgences. He had studied the Bible intensely, and he couldn't find anything in the scriptures that supported this practice. He came to a revolutionary conclusion. Salvation wasn't something you could buy or earn through good works. Instead, it was a free gift from God, received through faith alone. This idea is often called justification by faith. On October 31st, 1517, Luther decided to make his concerns public. According to legend, he walked up to the door of the castle church in Wittenberg, Germany, and nailed a document to it. This document was his 95 Theses, a list of 95 points arguing against indulgences and other church practices. He wasn't trying to start a revolution at first. He just wanted to spark a scholarly debate. But thanks to a brand new invention, the printing press, his ideas went viral. Copies of the 95 Theses were printed and spread across Germany, and then all of Europe in a matter of weeks. People were reading Luther's arguments, and they resonated with many who were already frustrated with the church. The debate Luther wanted? He got it, and it was way bigger than he ever imagined. The Pope and the Holy Roman Emperor were not happy. They demanded that Luther take back his statements, but Luther refused. At a famous assembly called the Diet of Worms in 1521, he was told to recant. His legendary response was, "Here I stand. I can do no other." He was declared a heretic and an outlaw, meaning anyone could capture or even kill him without consequence. But Luther had powerful supporters, including some German princes who protected him. While in hiding, he did something incredibly important. He translated the New Testament from Latin into German. Before this, the Bible was mostly in Latin, a language only educated clergy could read. Now, for the first time, ordinary German-speaking people could read the scriptures for themselves and interpret them on their own. This was the real explosion. The idea that individuals didn't need a priest or the Pope to tell them what the Bible said was radical. It empowered people and led to a wave of new thinking. Other reformers like John Calvin in Switzerland and Huldrych Zwingli also began to challenge Catholic doctrine, leading to different branches of Protestantism. The Reformation wasn't just a religious event. It led to wars, political upheaval, and a redrawing of the map of Europe. It challenged authority, promoted literacy, and paved the way for ideas about individualism and freedom that would shape the modern world. So the next time you see different churches in your town, you can trace their roots back to a determined monk with a hammer, a nail, and 95 powerful ideas that changed history forever. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.